Eric here with May West Manufacturing. Combine tires and tracks are expensive, and we all need to save money these days. May West G4 Stalk Stompers will protect your tires and tracks from nasty stubble damage, saving you time and money down the road. Our G4 Stalk Stompers feature a complete 12-inch wide UHMW poly shoe and torsion unit. They are much lighter and easier to install and reposition for storage and transport. They have a closed tail to prevent accidental damage if your head is down and you happen to back up with your head down. If you have a folding head, you're going to appreciate the much shorter profile. Today we're going to install an 8-row May West G4 Stalk Stomper kit on this Drago GT corn head. The process is similar for other corn heads, but before you install your G4s, make sure you maintain proper safety when working under the corn head or around the combine. First, make sure the combine is parked on level ground and double check to ensure that you lock the brakes. Raise the corn head and lock in the upright position. And make sure the cylinder lock on the main cylinder under the feeder house is in the locked position. And always follow your combine manufacturer's safety instructions. Always wear safety glasses and wear your gloves to protect your hands. Your May West G4 Stalk Stompers come with installation instructions. You can also find instructions at maywest.com. The installation process is very straightforward and requires very few tools. We'll need a 16mm, a 3/4 inch socket, a 3/4 inch wrench, a bandsaw, or a chop saw, or any type of metal cutting device that you have handy at the farm. For this Drago GT corn head, it's going to come with 4 boxes of G4 shoes, torsion units, and mount brackets. You'll get 2 boxes totaling 4 header brackets, 4 vertical brackets, and 2 toolbar splice kits, and 3 102-inch toolbars. Our kits come with toolbar or without toolbar. For those who choose to order without toolbar, you can go to your regular fabrication shop and pick up the toolbar there. First step for installation, our G4 shoes are packed 2 per box. 2 torsion units and 2 toolbar mount brackets. And it's just a matter of taking your 4 flange bolts and 4 flange nuts, attach the G4 shoe to our torsion unit. Most applications for height adjustments, we can start off with the middle hole here. You can see there's 3 different hole spacings, 1 inch apart from one another. But I like to start off with the middle hole, and generally speaking, that's where you need to be when for setting the right height adjustment. Your G4 shoe and torsion unit are now put together. After the G4 shoes are attached to the torsion units, now it's time to come on the back side, locate where our header brackets are going to be attached to the vertical framework on the back side of the corn head. For the very outside, we'll have to remove these 2 bolts and reinstall this mount bracket. We will reinstall using the hardware that comes with the kit. You can see the difference in length of the bolt. So once the header bracket is attached to the vertical framework of this Drago GT, next is to install the vertical bracket. You can see it comes with multiple hole positioning, and that is for adjustment on when you're running your corn head. An adjustment may come in handy depending on what size combine you're running that's attached to the head, tire size, track size, and as well as the pitch of what you're cutting your corn at. We recommend starting once your header bracket is attached. To install the vertical bracket, we'll go flush to the top hole. The steps taken to mount this header bracket, as well as the vertical bracket, will be the same on the other side of the corn head. Depending on how many row kit you purchase will be dependent on how many header brackets and vertical brackets come with the kit. Now it's time to lay our toolbar out and cut to the proper length that are recommended by May West for this 8-row Drago GT. For verifying your cut length for your toolbar, we like to measure between row 3 and 4 to the outside of the vertical mount bracket that's attached to the header bracket. Cut length will also vary depending on the number of rows you have. To attach the toolbar, simply use the U-bolts that come with your kits. Put them on from the front side of that toolbar in the pre-drilled holes of your vertical mount bracket. For starters, start with one end, get the 2 U-bolts put in place, and loosely put the nuts on to slide the toolbar one way or another to tie the 3 together. On the inside bracket, you will notice that the vertical bracket is going to fall right on row center. In that case, we will attach the torsion unit mount bracket in front of the toolbar to the vertical bracket using the 4.5-inch bolts. And like the U-bolts, use the flange nuts that come with the kit. Once the first piece of your toolbar is put in place, U-clamps put on the outside, bolts on the inside vertical bracket, nuts finger tighten. We can now put our splice plate on. Get the U-bolt put on. So what your splice plate does, it's going to lock your first toolbar in with your second toolbar, and then we'll have another splice plate for the second toolbar going onto your third toolbar. And what that does, it acts like a complete framework and locks everything into place and makes it nice and rigid. I like to put all 4 U-bolts in at once. We'll put the next toolbar in place. Slide the splice plate right over. Position the splice plate so that 2 U-clamps are on each side of the splice. After we double checked our measurements for our cut length, installed the toolbar, installed our splice plates, everything is hand tightened, we can now go in and tighten everything up. On this particular Drago GT 8-row head, your 4 U-bolts, you'll have 2 on each end of your vertical head bracket. We'll have to use a 3/4 inch box wrench to tighten these nuts up. Our toolbar is in place. Hardware is all tightened up. We have a nice flush finish to the outside. With the splice plate, makes that nice and sturdy, completely rigid all the way through. Now we can go back and attach our torsion unit mount bracket to the toolbar using the U-bolts that come with the kit. And what I like to do, I like to roughly get them close to that center roll as possible. I like to snug the flange nuts up on the U-bolts. And then I like to take the G4 shoe with the torsion unit. One easy way to find center row is to have another individual on the front side of that corn head, have him look right down the center of row, and he'll be able to help direct which direction you need to move that shoe. After center row is located with the center of the G4 shoe, we'll slide the shoe and torsion unit out of the mount bracket, and we will tighten this up. So there we have it. We're going to put our last G4 shoe on. Just lock her in position. Again, we can lock it in the quarter position for transportation or storage. The upright position. And of course, the operating position will lock her in. Another great feature that we have that come with these Stalk Stompers, on our toolbar mount bracket, we have what we call a pin guard. And what it does, it helps eliminate that stock to get in there and lift your safety cotter pin and lift that out. And that helps prevent that pin from coming out and you losing your shoe. And of course, if you want to take them off for any reason whatsoever, just a matter of pulling that pin. They're going to come right off. They're nice, light, balance very nicely. And keep in mind, this is a UHMW compression molded shoe. Same material as what we use in our CNA Pro snowmobile skis. And this same material is also used in armor plating. Please keep in mind, depending on model of combine you have, tire size, tracks, you may have to make further adjustments either on the vertical bracket that's attached to the mount bracket or on the G-Force shoe itself. To order your Maywest G-Force Stalk Stomper kits, visit your Maywest dealer. Find us online at maywest.com or give us a call, 1-800-788-6483.